Hello everybody! So today I'm going to be doing my November wrap-up video with you guys. Unfortunately, this month has not been a good month for reading. I don't know if it's whether because I was in a reading slump or just like so much work going on with like writing essays and school and doing other things like art, but I did not get a lot of reading done this month. I only got one book finished. I only read one book this month and I'm really sad about that. Okay, so the book that I read this month is Frostfire by Amanda Hocking. This is a spin-off of the Trill trilogy, which is in a world where it's like our world, but there are these race of people who are trolls, but they're like really like high-class people, and they make their living off of switching out their babies for human babies, so like changelings, and so when their babies grow up, they bring them back to the troll society with like their trust funds because they give them to like really rich families, and so that's kind of how they make their living. So yeah, they kind of steal from the humans, and I have read the first book in that series. I really wanted to start this one because it seemed very like fall and winter-like as seen on the cover, but it seemed really interesting when I read the synopsis, so I hadn't finished the other series yet, but I wanted to see if I didn't have to read that one in order to read this. So I looked online and it said like you don't have to exactly read the other ones before, it's just sort of like a backstory. So I went on ahead and read this one, but since I have read the first one of the other one, there were a few spoilers. Actually kind of a big spoiler, so I don't recommend reading like the first book of the other one and then read this one. I would either read this one first or I would read the other series first. But nonetheless, it was still a pretty good book. I would give this maybe like 3 stars, mostly because the writing is just not my forte. It seemed like stuff was being said, but it wasn't like specific. I don't even know how to like explain it. Like, it was just very vague and like generalized writing, so that I was kind of put off by, but I definitely think that this writing was better than the other series, the Trill trilogy. So I did like the story, but since it is a rather small book, I feel like they kind of like rushed things, and some scenes were just kind of like, I feel like put together because like the two main characters needed to be together or something, like, and some scenes were like kind of little, like they didn't need to be in there. So I mean, it's not my favorite book, but it was still a pretty good story and I enjoyed the plot. So yeah. And so because I was actually spoiled for a few plot points from reading Frostfire, I picked up the second book in the other series, which comes in like the 3-in-1, so I have like all 3 books. So I started this one and it's not too big of a book. Like, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like from like this much is like one book, so maybe I will finish it in like the next few days, but I don't really know because like I'm really struggling reading this book because of the writing. Like, oh my god, I'm just like, you know when you're on like Wattpad and you're like reading a story and it's like a good plot and everything's like really cool, but then the writing is just like not up to like certain standards. That is how this book was for me. But I mean, it might be different for you guys, so go ahead and like pick this book up because it's a good story. So yeah. So yes, this has been a big fail of a wrap-up video. I am so sorry that I am like slacking. I have been slacking in so many things lately, especially with like making videos. This is like the only video I made this month, so hopefully next month I will make so many more videos because I get like more than a month off for my winter break. So yes, I will definitely get onto that, and I will try to read so many books. I will like, the minimum I will read in the next month will be like 5 books. So hopefully I will be reading more than that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be linking the books that I mentioned down below if you guys want to check that out. And do not be discouraged by my thoughts on the book. This might be like one of your favorite books ever, so go ahead and try to read this book. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!